Goodie, and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at what you should be doing currently in DBZ Dokkan Battle. So obviously, the Saiyan Day will be coming around on the 18th, and so I thought it'd be best to kind of recap what you guys should look at getting done before Saiyan Day arrives. For most players, hopefully you will already have this done, so this is not really a big concern for you. But yes, usually we have a bit of a longer celebration, but with this celebration, obviously, we have the joint Saiyan Day with JP, so things are a little bit shorter than usual. We have here the special training for the Bardock force and the Ginyu force, or the Bardock team, and yeah, basically, to cut a long story short, in terms of kind of the Bardock team and the Ginyu force, you're going to want to make sure that you have them done. If you haven't done them before, you're going to want to focus on them. There's a great time to get gear for them now. You can easily rainbow them. The events are half stamina, and not to mention there's a couple really good rewards tied explicitly to completing Team Bardock and the Ginyu force. So it's I don't want to say mandatory, but it's the best time for you to do so. Why give up 33 free stones and the ability to get your hands on two really solid teams? It just feels like it's something you should consider doing. So yeah, obviously that's, at least for me, I think it's great, and I think it's pretty high value from that perspective. Obviously as well, in terms of the events or things that you should consider, we have the Epic Collection of Battles that's just released some new stages, so pretty good stuff there. Stage 3 and Stage 4 really solid, and of course there are some new challenges that are associated with this. This isn't going anywhere though, so no need to focus on it, but the Bardock Dokkan event is permanently up, so if you haven't awakened Bardock or Tora, then you're going to want to make sure that you have this done before it goes to being another up and down event. There's no other real challenge events that have had changes. The Fighting Legend Goku events and Vegeta and Goku GT all had the Low Class Warriors mission added, but those are permanent. In terms of Extreme Z battles, you should start or complete the Super Saiyan 3 Int Bardock one, but there is also the Master Saiyan Sub EZAs for the Strength Bardock, Physical Bardock, and Tech Bardock Super Saiyan units. In terms of story events, there's a couple notable ones, none that drop Kais or anything interesting, but there are indeed some pretty interesting ones for you guys to take a look at, with a couple pretty interesting things to farm here. Mainly being a couple metal coolers. This is always something that's relatively high value and pretty good. Not to mention there is also, of course, the additional Goku and Gohan exchange unit and the Great Ape Bardock unit, who's great for the chain battle, which you should consider farming. The Piccolo from the Fearsome Ginyu event, not really something too necessary, and I don't think you really need to consider farming him too much, at least from my perspective. The rest are all events that are regularly up, things like Super Strikes, etc. So it's not really anything too major, and so you don't need to worry about that much. Then, of course, as well, pretty straightforward, but we have some limited time events that you should always consider making sure that you get done. Those being predominantly, of course, the missions, so making sure that you have all the missions done that you're going to want to get going on. The growth and training missions are something you're going to want to do. 3 days left. The majority of them are very easy to complete, and the whole series actually gives you quite a few stones. Alongside the Go 10 ones, it gives you something like 50 stones, so make sure you finish that. You have the Extreme Z Realm campaign for the units being moved to the Bubba shop, so try and do this to get your hands on some Bubba points and 10 free stones, although this is permanent, so not a big deal. Then of course finally we have Explosive Chain Battle, something I've already done a guide on and will leave in the top right hand corner. And of course, as always, we have Virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash, something I've also done a guide on and will be leaving in the top right hand corner. So plenty of things for you guys to do. Let me know what else you can think of, but that's it from me. Bye.